Okay, it's Saturday, June 21st, and summer's here. The solstice is here, and so is the heat. And so there's some dangerous heat. We haven't had these temperatures, at least in some areas, especially in southeastern PA, Jersey, Delaware, that we haven't had those kind of temperatures and these heat indexes like we're gonna have this early part of next week. So older people, people that have breathing problems, it's going to be pretty tough. So check on anybody that's you think may not have any air conditioning or fans, and they can take them to a restaurant, walk around a store, something, just place to go and cool off once in a while in the afternoon wouldn't hurt. But I'm just putting it out there because I do know that there's some people out there that will just roast in this and they don't have any relief except opening their windows, which is probably a bad thing to do too. So just trying to give a heads up about that. That's something I think about a lot. Now this is Saturday afternoon, and you can see it's beginning to start to heat up. We got temperatures southeastern PA, south central PA that are into the mid to upper 80s. Jersey upper mid to upper 80s. Delaware upper 80s. If you're along the shore, it's not bad. I mean, you got to realize it's hot inshore, but it's still in the 70s along the waterfront with the breeze, and that's all not all that bad. I mean, that's kind of normal along the coast there, but the sun's hot, so you can get out there. If you're wondering about precipitation, it's not always going to be precipitation free. Like here's this afternoon, and you can see some thunderstorms up towards south of Binghamton, towards Wayne County, towards Pike County, and then up towards northwestern New Jersey. A couple thunderstorms, could pop up. Now we'll just move this a little bit here, and you can see they just kind of fade away as they go. And then as you get to late evening on Saturday, you don't have anything. And then you have on Sunday morning a couple of showers that are trying to come down, but they just kind of don't make it. They may get into Wayne and Pike County, but and they kind of slide off in the afternoon over to Jersey. Here's a big one right here, right over Newark Airport. Exactly what they need. Temperatures tomorrow afternoon will increase again. We will get up there in temperatures. As you can see here, we got 90 starting to pop up in Philadelphia, Delaware, even up towards New York City, up in Pittsburgh. Everybody else down is into the upper 80s to 90, and except for the mountainous areas, which is low to mid 80s, and that's about normal for that. And then as we get to the heat index part of this, what it feels like. Yeah, okay. This is where the problem starts to feel. When you're outside, this is what it feels like when you add the humidity and everything into everything, moisture. It's like 102 in Allentown, up towards Scranton 101, Williamsport 100, Sunbury Sealing Grove 101. Out by Philadelphia, it's like 100. As you head up towards New York City, it's 104. Okay, I mean that's you can see so the thunderstorm is at just up by Newark. Their temperatures are 88, and then where it's not raining, it's 100. They went and well, the apparent temperature is 88, and but just a few miles to the east, it's 104 how it feels. So the storm cools off, but not very much. So that's on Sunday. Now this is Monday afternoon, and you can see there's been a few degrees increase across the area. This is actual air temperature, not the what it feels like to you. This is the actually bulb temperature, and you can see it's 90s pretty much everywhere. Upper 90s in the I-95 corridor, and again in the mountains, mid to upper 80s, which is about normal. They may crack 90 as we go through the week, but this is like the second day of the heat wave with temperatures in the 90s. It has to be 3 days to qualify, basically, as a heat wave. We'll get to that. You can see on Monday there's not much. There could be a couple of sprinkles that pop up just because the heat, humidity, and the afternoon sun can make that happen. How it's going to feel on you on Monday is excruciating. If you look over by Trenton, in New Jersey, there's 110, 111 degrees. How it feels over by the Newark airport, it's 112. It's just not good to be out there for a lengthy period of time. 105 in Allentown, 107 in Allentown, 105 in Reading, 105 in Stroudsburg or Harrisburg, again up towards Wilkes-Barre, 102, heading up to 100 out by Pittsburgh, 99 to 100. It's just everywhere. It's a heat wave and it's very uncomfortable. And again, that's what it feels like to you when you're outside. As we get into Tuesday, this is around 2 in the afternoon. You can see Philadelphia actual air temperature is on a thermometer is 100 degrees. Even New York City, 100 degrees. Mid to upper 90s in a lot of southeastern Pennsylvania, south central PA. If you look up in the Poconos, you actually now get into the 90s. So things are really heating up. And then you're going to say, okay, so what's the real feel when you're outside? Here's the real feel. This is just crazy. A lot of areas are over 103, 104, 105. The air temperatures is hot. We're into a heat wave. This is dangerous temperatures. Elderly people that have problems, try to stay out of the sun if you can. If you got to work outside in the sun, you have my blessings. Just keep hydrated. Please keep hydrated. That's the big thing to keep in mind. Okay, now as we get to this is Wednesday. Let's put the real temperatures up there. You can see there is things are starting to change a little bit. Let's see if I can get this to work. As we get into Wednesday, things are beginning to change now. You're going to see a little change. We don't see the hundreds except around New York City there in North Jersey, northeastern Jersey. Everybody else is in the mid to upper 90s in a lot of areas. You can see out towards the northwest, Erie, Warren, out towards Bradford, out that way. Excuse me. You can see the temperatures are starting to drop. And why? Because there's actually some precipitation coming through. Ben, let's see if we can bring this up. You can see there's some precipitation. So there is a change that's going to go on. This is the afternoon, and you can see it starts to drop down. And what that does to the air temperatures, it does have some effect on it. This is around, let's back this up, that's around 11 o'clock. This is late afternoon. This is around 6, and you can see the northern part of Pennsylvania has dropped into the 70s because of the showers. Even and then the southeastern part hasn't been affected yet. It's still in the upper 90s down by Philadelphia, uh, South Jersey, Delaware, southeastern Pennsylvania, right along the border down there towards York and Lancaster and all, and even up by New York City, hasn't been quite affected by the rain yet. And that's 6 o'clock on Wednesday. And the real feel at this time is kind of crazy. You got hundreds down in southeastern PA, down towards Lancaster and York and Harrisburg, and the real feel up north is in the 70s. So you got a big, drastic change in what's going to go on. Now here's Thursday. Things heat up a little bit, but you can still see northern parts of Pennsylvania. Temperatures are still in the upper 70s to lower 80s. If you go down here towards Philadelphia and South Jersey and Delaware, yeah, temperatures are still in the 90s, still hitting that 90-degree line. And the real feel in the afternoon is still in the upper 90s to around 100. I don't see any 110s and stuff anymore, but it has cooled, but it's still have your heat there going on. As we get to Friday, we begin to get a little bit of normalcy here. Temperatures drop down into the 80s across most of the state. The upper mountain areas get into the upper 70s to near 80. The only place that's really heating up is down in Delaware, maybe down by Wilmington maybe gets into the 90s, but if you look at Philly, 86 in the afternoon, 89. That's a big difference from what it was. And your apparent temperatures at this point in time, you can see how those temperatures have dropped. That you don't see any hundreds anymore in Pennsylvania, Delaware, or Jersey. They cooled off a little bit, so that's a big deal. So that's my explanation of kind of what we're looking at as we go through next week. And again, check on people, make sure people stay cool. If you don't have the ability to have air or fans, go to a store, walk around Walmart for a while. You'll cool off a little bit. And make sure you're hydrated with water. You poor guys that got to work outside, women and whatever. It's make sure you stay hydrated. All right, everybody, take care, be safe, and like I said, stay hydrated.